Trust.
All right. Trust. Hello, everybody. Welcome to 4.4 Genshin Impact. And within it, we also have finally returned with a few little guests on the side to the 4.4 Genshin GITCG podcast, meta podcast, for reals, though. We weren't here for only 4.3. I wasn't there for 4.3, so I'm assuming there wasn't there on 4.3 either. But we are back in 4.4 now that every other Christmas and all the Lunar New Year stuff is now gone past, and we have now reconvened. And along with us, we have 4 brave people who just showed up and making sure to give this TCG meta podcast a little bit of a good whirl. I'm going to go top the list here and then go from the bottom in this VC right now. So let's start with Sean. Chef Mama.
Hi, I'm Sean. I am part of the tournament staff. I work on the GITC tournament, and I keep track of the meta pretty often. Wow.
Kojo, your audio feedback's coming through you.
Oh shoot! How about?
All right. And then we have. Sorry. Are you okay now, Sean?
No, yeah.
Yes. No. Yeah. I'm.
Okay. Okay. Cool. And we have Summation.
Hello, I'm Summation. I'm the GITCG administrator, and I manage various amounts of things, and I also manage basically nothing at all.
That's not true.
It's,
We have Sumi.
Hello, everybody. I'm Sumi. I'm a caster and a scriptwriter for GITCG. Might sound a little bit hoarse today, but it's because I'm recovering from a cold from a while ago.
So am I, buddy. So am I. And last but not least, we have Kojo.
Hi, I'm Kojo Creations, the production head for GITCG. We do all the things, live streams, videos, etc. A lot of work and pain and suffering, but you know what? Content. And yeah, like Eggs mentioned, this is we usually do these podcasts per patch, but of course it has been very difficult with Christmas and New Year's being smashed into one spot. Also very unfortunate that the biggest update was right in the middle of that, but you know what, we keep on moving, so yeah, let's get started.
Right. I think we have a few subjects to talk about, but I think we should start with what we missed out very beginning, which is the 4.2 meta roundups. So, for those in the crowd, for those in the room right now, does anyone remember what happened on the 4.2? Because I remember seeing it have a lot of really funny cards coming out there.
87% pick rate, by the way, or something like that.
Oh no!
87% pick rate.
Is that AEC?
82?
Oh yeah,
Agent
it is.
Yeah, it had some crazy high pick rate. It was in the high 80s. I mean, it made sense though. Like if you compare it to the other decks.
That was because Ocean Hill Clan was broken. Like, you just get 9 HP on your agent every game. Like,
I mean, yeah, but like the other decks were just weaker than it in general. Even before Ocean Hill Clan in 4.1, AEC was still dominant, and the only like new deck introduced was Inilu Bloom, which, like, I'm not gonna lie, was pretty bad.
No, they nerfed Ben. They nerfed.
Oh, and they nerfed Ben.
That too. Really hard, so that's why Agent EC was dominant. Like,
yeah, I mean, it was still strong before, but like it's just tier 0.
Ito was the only thing that keep Agent EC in in not like dominating, but then Ito got nerfed really hard.
Yeah, Ito before did like for those of you who might not remember, did 5 damage on burst, and his enhanced normals used to cost 2, and like combine that with his dice reduction and like the bell, he basically could sweep your entire team, do 20 plus damage in a single turn.
There's the screenshot of Ito doing 40 damage and all the other teammates doing 0.
Oh, yeah. Right, yeah.
We all the 48 damage incident.
He was a force to be reckoned with. As a person who came out of who went away and came back into the GITCG, I just picked up Ito. You remember that one event where you had to win the games 5 times consecutively? I just used Ito, and I just like actually took all 5 matches. I was like, oh wait, that was not bad.
Yeah, arena of champions.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, let me like let me throw Uchi at these unsuspecting people.
Oh, you poor people.
You poor soul, you poor soul. Indeed,
They
yeah,
did
but we
not
have
know.
that. If we scroll a
Commit a
little
casual,
Mhm.
commit a Kaushi burst on unsuspecting casual.
I think there's there is 2 and also earlier I'll just put it on screen right now. Ocean Hued Clam. This was in 4.2 as well. It was definitely ridiculous and immediately got changed in the next patch because it was stupid.
It was like especially strong on Agent EC because it was able to run the Dun Mao engine. Like after the recent buff of Dunyazard and Chef Mao became really popular in Ocean decks, and NAC as well, because like Dunyazard got a buff where the first companion card you play after will tutor you another random companion card. And because you ran Dunyazard, you ran live in every deck, and you also ran food. Chef Mao was an auto include, and he also received a buff where he would tutor you a food the first time you played food. So it kind of gave you an endless cycle of resources. And then they released Yayoi, which was also a 1-cost companion to be discounted by Dunyazard. And it made it so that your artifact is discounted by 1, and will also reduce the cost of subsequent artifact equips.
Yeah, that's right.
Correction.
Nope.
Yayoi no Natsuki has been out a while. She only just got good right now because of Dunyazard.
I can actually I can play
No,
this one.
First,
Yes, yeah, you're right.
not very good, but until because before the Ocean Clam got released, juniors like Yaoyoi, you don't see Yaoyoi at all. Like no one is Yaoyoi.
Yeah, Yayoi is good because she now lets you get instant value with Ocean Hued Clam because she could reduce it to like a 1 or 2 dice and then make it basically a 2 or 1/2 dice hash brown. And then you combine that with Lyre Song, which lets you remove it, and then use Yayoi's dice discount again to get another hash brown, like plus the extra damage as well. Made AEC like super unfair to play against.
Yeah.
Yeah, AEC
the
was
amount
kind of
of
a nightmare
healing
with these tools.
was crazy.
Like the crazy things from the majors. Like I think there was like 1 game where it was like Ocean Agent Endgame or something, and then for 5 rounds straight, this player was able to just skip breakpoints because of Lyre Song Ocean Hued, and it was just crazy.
Yeah, no, it is some crazy stuff to have, like, and thank goodness they immediately took it away next patch in terms of at least Ocean Hued Clam, but
the duo still
They
stayed.
add something new that's gonna replace.
Yeah, the since something new is debatably more broken.
Yes. Before we move to
No,
that,
I don't know about more broken. I don't think it's more broken, but it's still slightly OP.
Yeah.
It's not that broken.
Don't we have to also talk about like the characters in 4.2 as well?
I think
new
only
one.
2. I think only 2 of them are relevant, so don't worry.
Yeah, all I remember was that like people were going crazy about Nilo during that time.
Oh,
Dory was
I would
kind of
actually,
just.
I would actually argue that only one of them was relevant, and it's not Nilo.
No, it's part of Baiju, isn't it?
Okay, I'm saying none of them are relevant.
Yeah. My choose relevant in that it has caused me a headache for the last like 3 weeks or so. Trying to make sense of his interactions. Yeah.
You can why don't you put that factoid out, because it's actually like really get to be like made super public outside of the Discord.
You can open the card catalog and go to the Baiju section. I actually wrote
Here, I'll
them
go
down.
open it. Hold on. Let me go open that while you talk about it.
But yeah, Baiju is pretty popular because he has a Dendro summon that deals instant damage on an elemental skill, which is different from Kale, who requires you to build energy, and Yao Yao, who sucks.
Oh man. By the way, why don't we quickly introduce the card catalog, since it was recently published by our good friend Summonation Sigma here. So
Right?
Oh, we actually have it now. Oh my god, we do.
Look at it. It's beautiful.
It's
one
beautiful.
above. Yes. Look at the theory crafting notes on that section.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna in Ultra HD and zoom hands. Okay, hold on. Let's go from like 125. Okay.
We were 100% from the video. You just went 100% again.
You saw nothing. Okay. Which one you want to read this part, right?
Yep.
All right. Go. You want to do it or I do it?
Yeah. So if Baiju if a character, for example, with Seamless Shield is defeated, while Seamless Shield is also removed, then the Seamless Shield will activate before your character is defeated. If this Seamless Shield breaking deals damage to the opposing character, and they are defeated, then they are defeated. Like both characters are defeated at the same time. And
Jeez.
if we go to the second section, if both characters are defeated at the same time, both players also decide which characters to switch in at the same time. See the cyan bracket. This decision is visible to the other player. Like if you keep staring at the screen for a while, you see the opponent move in a character card.
Yeah. You know, it is some ridiculous stuff. To kind of give it a quick summary, like Baiju has kind of like the revenge shield, so if you hit him, he's gonna spit back at you. But what if you both end each other? Well,
well, yeah, I'm not even going to try to talking about section 3. It's too much.
Yeah, no, it is a lot.
Totally spaghetti code.
Back to section 1, the only caveat to this is if Baiju would be defeated and would cause you to lose, the Seamless Shield just doesn't get to activate at all, which is the only time the ability activation order gets skipped to like force you to be defeated instead of, killing both sides of the field at once.
Yes. It was a funny thing to read over. I'm like, what? Because like this is something that we found out in 4.3, right? not in 4.2 as well, which was the funny part.
Yeah, this was a recent discovery, mainly because like who would think this?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we've had this section in the theory crafting notes for a while now that like if both characters are defeated, behavior is untested, and it keeps being that way ever since Baiju came out, like in 4.1 or something, 4.2, yeah. And after so long, we finally got an answer, and the answer is just so weird. We cannot, man.
Well,
I'm so glad this thing has
leave you guys with some
2.33% now.
gameplay, like some gameplay real quick, and then I'll just to talk about Nilou, and I will be right back.
Yep.
Just go ahead and pull that up real quick. But yeah, no, that was outside of it. I mean, in general, Baiju was just a very he's a good character, you know.
Yeah,
he's an okay.
There were
character. I don't know.
There were
about
some
God.
decks that found success with him. I think like Cube burning, Cube burning. And I mean, obviously Nilou Oceanid, although you can't play that anymore after Oceanid nerfs. There's also some attempts at Stall Quicken, which didn't really work out. So the strongest decks were probably Nilou Oceanid, which you can't play anymore after the Ocean nerfs. It was actually the strongest variation of Nilou Bloom, in my opinion, at least at that time.
It has always been with Nahida.
And there's also the Cube Birding deck with Clean Baiju. That was like some hex sauce, which got some experimentation in LCQ, and then we kind of didn't see it after that.
Yeah. We just couldn't see it anymore.
Yeah, it's not the same.
They don't make it how it used to be.
I mean, 4.3 saw the meta get flipped upside down and all.
Yeah, it's aside from that, do we anything else we have to figure out for like Nilou as well, or you guys don't want to okay with just not talking about her?
I mean, there's not too much to talk about. Like Nilou Oceanid and Nilou Nahida. That's the two ways to play Nilou, and you can't play one of them anymore.
No, okay. I'm gonna say here's just my opinion about Nilou is that the higher you play in like tournament, like the weaker Nilou become. Like
Yeah, I agree.
Yes,
To high tournament, like she's just useless. So
she's the kind of no-brain character where in a DPS check you just kind of get wrecked.
like she just has bad break point. That's what it is.
Okay, fair.
It's also really frustrating too because like it's fairly simple to delay bloom cores until round 2, near the end as well if you play it right. Like yeah, you delay your own game plan, but like you delay theirs much more.
Yeah. Well, aside from that, any other words for 4.2? Because I think we can just gonna start to look into the bigger part of the whole thing in GITCG recently.
Yeah.
Clam was a
all right.
thing.
Yeah, the only thing left is like storm tears, and then we'll definitely move on because we're pretty far into the podcast.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
Last
let's
thing
go
right
with
here.
Splinter's their last thing won last year. So like, I also remember this. So who else want to start off here on this thing?
Big Mega Bennett.
Yeah, it's just a Bennett buff. It's a Bennett buff.
Yeah, basically.
It's basically just a Bennett buff.
It's definitely the Bennett buff, but I also consider it to be the everyone buff.
No, a lot of the earlier characters have
like
talents so
the
bad
only
that
other
you
deck
just
that use this is RXN.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think RXN stopped using it after a while too.
No, people just stopped playing RXN in general.
Yeah.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Because we had a new monster come in next patch.
But like aside from RXN, this is just a Bennett card.
Yeah, for the most part.
I
think because not most other characters don't want their talents, and the decks that do happen to run it don't care about drawing them early.
Yeah. No, and that's definitely fair. I take it from the perspective that Storm Terror's Lair kind of started the trend for search cards. Because with it being able to search talents, even if people like don't really aren't the most competitive, they just really like playing with talents. And it's really cool to see it because like you have a whole aspect of the game completely unlocked and no longer irrelevant. So
yeah. The thing I see from beginners who just started playing the game is that they put in like 6 talents or something because like, oh, I got to build my characters or something. And
yeah.
I agree. I think
constellations, guys.
Storm Terror is a beginner's bait, just like Catherine, J Chamber.
You are not comparing Storm Terrors to Catherine. How dare you?
I mean, they're both equally beginner baity.
How dare you? Catherine is
cool. Yeah, and outside of that, there's also the Storm Terrors, Lightning Stiletto interaction.
Oh, which, yeah, that's cool.
Frankly, doesn't matter that much outside. Or
I mean, Tech is played mostly in Bennett decks, so it's a Bennett buff.
Yeah, it's like
yeah, it's just a pyro catching double buff.
It's regardless, I think it's a cool card, but it is the I think what's it called? For the most part of 4.2, it is the seeds that will slowly build into the absolute chaos that comes in next patch, because this was the 4-star. Now we move on to 4.3 where all hell breaks loose, and I think you all know what card I'm about to pull up.
Back in the day,
I love Magic.
Back when I was like going through the 4.3, right? I remember someone mentioning me Magic. I just didn't know the exact implication of it. But also, I remember in 4.3, I was still trying to get into it, right? And people were asking me like, "Hey," I was asking people, "Hey guys, what do I need to talk about when we're talking about the meta for 4.3? What are the meta decks?" And someone just gave me artifacts.
Yep, they're just like,
just artifacts. I was like, "Oh, what is this?" They're just like, "This is your meta for this day." Yeah. I was like, "Oh, I need explanations here now."
I'm gonna drop in real quick. So usually we start with characters, right? And there's like, okay, let's make no mistake. The 4.3 is a gigantic pack, and there's cards we're gonna skip because they're not relevant. But we're starting with action cards first because as much as the characters are cool, 90% of them will be running almost the same idea. And let's start with this friend right here.
It's actually like a thing where I'm like, has this been like, I don't know if it's been like this before, but I feel like this is being the first time where artifacts and action cards have been the center point of meta more than anything else.
I
mean,
you're correct.
I mean, like action cards always been like part of the meta. Like, why do you always run gambler?
Part of the meta, but like it's been like the center point of it. Like for 4.3 is just like the mega center of it.
As in, like, I think the word we're looking for is homogenized. Like, if you looked at every list from this patch, so this is like Alhaitham Cope, Boom, Gilded Dreams, Mao, Dunyarzad, Liar Song, and then I moved to, I think this is Koji's deck. Does he run this? Yes, he does. Gilded Dreams,
the dreams.
Gilded Dreams, Dunyarzad, Yo-Yo Hatsuki, and then I moved to the next deck. Where is it? Let's see.
Kunio doesn't run it.
That one doesn't run it. It's different. This one, what's it called? Technically Cope, but oh no, it doesn't run Gilded Dreams. Bad at the game. Bad at the game. SMH. But yeah, no. A lot of the decks are going to be running this card.
Gilded saw a 92% usage rate during the last patch across the entire
Damn.
weekly tournaments.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
But it also allowed like a lot of rainbows, which is actually something I wanted
And
to
yeah,
see
that's
so
kind of
much.
like the
I mean,
key
like-
point of it. Yeah.
No, see,
yeah, I
the
would say like it's interesting for the dev how they put this into like buff specifically rainbow, but then it make it so that like resonant card, because in 4.2 literally aside from hydro res, every other resonant is just bad.
yeah.
Yeah, it was really interesting to see how this like really shook it up to the point where almost everyone was playing Rainbow for the most part, unless you wanted to, unlock some specific core,
Or play
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Oh
it
yeah.
became.
By the way,
the
a
only
lit-
Okay,
little-
can we, all right, let's have Sean start first.
Yeah.
a little correction for the 92% part of Gilded Dreams. I actually forgot that the statistics are a little wonky here. So the scale actually goes from 0 to 200%, as in people run 2 copies of it at 100%. So Gilded Dreams saw a 99% usage rate
99% pick rate. Oh my.
in 2 copies. 2 copies use 99%. So the final usage is more like 46% across every single deck in existence, which is actually really good because Gilded only works with rainbow decks. So it's like basically every rainbow deck runs Gilded, and every other deck that doesn't is like resonance and stuff.
Yeah,
Sorry
the
for
ones
the
that
trouble.
don't run Gilded are stall
point.
decks.
Yeah.
Looking at the list.
Yeah.
Yes, but that is the. I mean, okay. Here's my question to you all about Gilded, because as much as it is, what's it called? To an extent, it was in so many things, and it's here to stay, mind you. They did not nerf it in the coming patch. Do you guys think it's overall a good thing for the TCG because it enables Rainbow so incredibly well?
would say
On paper, everything on it is balanced, just like MMBC. But boy, is it busted when you put it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, okay, here's the fun secondary question then. If you because some people find this stuff so overtuned, because the kind of the joke is right, why it's called magic dice is that it's like, oh, I'm out of dice. No, I'm not. I spawn 5 more. Screw you. What's it called? Do you think that is it the culprit of the writing on here, or is it the culprit of this person and this person?
No,
I
like,
would say,
okay.
Yeah.
I'll say the person.
Now there was another card. It's Seed Dispensary.
Yes, seed dispenser.
Oh
Hold on, let me
my
grab
God.
it.
you also
Which-
forgot Liars. Oh no, Liar Song's already there. But yeah, Seed
Liar Song's
Dispenser
already
is in
there, but like if you kill Liar Song, you kill all artifacts. So
I mean, you don't
I
kill
mean,
the
not
eye
really.
card.
You don't want to replace artifacts in any other deck though. Like it's
That is
really
fair.
only Gilded.
hmm
Like it's just like how Unseen Razor will only affect like the Sapwood Blade, Moon Piercer, and King Squire.
yeah.
Like Liar Song really only affects Gilded and that other artifact. I forgot what it was called. The Xiao one. I mean the Ayato
no.
one.
I think it affects a lot of things, but mainly it affects Gilded Dreams and Ocean Hood Clam.
hmm
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
Ocean Hill Clam and gilded. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's the ones that give you an immediate effect. Maybe they add more artifacts in the future, which will affect. So they probably want to keep it, if nothing else, than for consistency with Unseen Razor.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Anything we want else to say about Seed Dispenser? Because I think it's definitely a strong card. I guess I just don't really think about it too much when it comes to discussing the meta.
I just want free dice. Like,
Yeah.
what do you
It's
want?
just free,
What free
yeah.
dice? Good. Like this is a woven. If you no, this is two woven because you can play it twice for two
Yeah.
rounds.
Yeah.
It's so big. So
I think
big.
it's just there's so many things that synergize together to reduce your dice and like give you dice.
Yeah.
It's
I think
a bit
I think
crazy.
if I set up the dominoes, it'll make more sense for the viewers. Like we have seed bucks.
I think
right? Mhm.
I think the reason it's so broken is like if we can compare it, I mean compare like dice efficiency to the other options we used to play with, right? Gamblers, like you equip it, it's +1. If you pre-equip, it's +2 with potential of +4.
Yep.
We're gilded with full setup. The first equip is instantly +2, and then you Lyre Song, which for another +2, so that's +4, and then you have 2 Lyre Songs, so it's +6. You have a second gilded, go up to +8, and then you have Double Boar Princess, which is another +2, so that's a +10. Right, and then you can still use gamblers on top of that to replace for your Boar Princess dice. So you can get up to like +14 in a single round, and like you also have Chef Mao for food dice as well, and it's just crazy.
It dominoes into
Where,
something
like,
ridiculous.
It's just a nominal effect.
And if we consider to the other options like Wovens, that's +2 if you use both. There is Parametric Transformer, that's +2 over 3 actions, or over 3 total actions.
+1.
If you use 2, it's +2, which is what I'm counting.
Oh yeah.
And then you have Legend of Vanessa,
God.
which is another +2, assuming you have
Okay,
both.
well we're not going. Okay, listen, we're not going that far. That's a different topic, but
That's an entirely different topic.
Yeah.
I'm not
But yeah.
comfortable to talk about.
They're kind of different, but like, yes, in order to use magic, you need more cards to combo. But if we're talking about like dice efficiency, it's infinitely higher.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me.
I think there's so many like it's a call. It'll be a topic where we talk about like deck space like a little later, but like this basis of so many cards to refund by chaining off of this into that into this into that into that, and it's like, oh my goodness, like you can just do, there's infinite possibilities with this absurd amount of dice generation.
Dude, the meta just changed into just like, okay, what characters can knock out enemies in blazing speed time, to all right, what is the best way for us to cut costs and get profited with dice?
And then it
really
also
just
ends
became
with
that.
the speed time going even faster too.
Yeah, I'm actually curious because you guys are talking about like Guild Dreams, Lyre Songs, and stuff like that. But I also remember a lot of people talking to me about Varkashas.
Yep. It got nerfed this patch too, so this is not relevant.
It did, yes.
Well, wait, what? Well, it did, but now it's no longer relevant.
It's still relevant, but it got nerfed.
Oh, okay.
See some play, but like most people.
Yeah, you probably won't see it install anymore. So it got nerfed to where it will only activate healing if you use its effect to draw that turn. So install, you can no longer equip it and just like heal a character back to full to swap them back in. You will need to swap them in and take damage, draw, and then swap it out, which is why it will most likely be used exclusively in magic decks and not stall.
Yeah.
No, but magic deck just run the 0 cost.
Yeah, the magic will just run 0 cost. So it's in a bit of a weird spot right now.
Unfortunately.
But in its brilliance. After this character takes damage while being the main character, drawn card.
I also remember someone telling me, someone told me about this, but like it later came out that a lot of people actually use this card a little bit more often. Just to go back, the Boar Princess.
Yeah.
Someone told me, the guy as I was trying to relay the message from other people. Someone told me the Boar Princess was just not going to see any play, and then I just see the death future like later decks. And I'm like, wait a minute, a lot of people are using the Boar Princess.
I mean, okay.
What is this information?
People will just run one copy of this.
Yes, that is
correct.
It is very situational, but like when it's proc, it's proc. When it's proc, it's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you usually don't want two the boar princess.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because you cannot
Especially
copy
because
two.
they cannot stack at the same time, so you have to discard like 4.
Yeah. You know, I think Board Princess is a very cool card, and it's so interesting how like and again a topic we'll get to is that the deck stringency makes you end up only running 1 copy instead of 2, you know?
Yeah, the deck space is rough this patch.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
deck space is actually becoming so cramped. Before it was so free, now it's not.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of cards to talk about, but I think overall that the what's it called like that there's kind of like the magic artifact and also plus companion. The terms are getting ridiculous in this game. But there's also the 2 companions that got buffed that patch, right? I think
Yes, Tomias and Wagner.
that's correct, and they have the same effect. So I'll just put Wagner up first.
Yeah. So basically, the buff to Tomias and Wagner is you run a certain amount of unique weapons artifacts, 3 for Wagner, 6 for Tomias. Or no, it's 3 for both. I'm dumb.
Mhm.
You're right. You're right.
No.
No, I'm right. Okay, no,
It's
we're
6 non-unique for Timaeus.
not.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it was. 6 non-unique. 3 unique for Wagner. 6, just 6 in general for Tomias. And the first time you play it, they will tutor you 1 random weapon/artifact, respectively.
But the thing about quote unquote random is that especially with Wagner, it's like, well, there's only 3, so you have a 33% chance of every weapon.
It's
and it's
literally
You win the lottery.
literally just the weapon banner.
Yeah. Oh my
yeah.
god, it's true.
Do you win the weapon ban?
Just
Yeah.
just win the 3367, bro.
I know, right? Easy. But yeah,
And do that every single game.
I can't believe these 2 cards like that were literal clowns at the start of the game are now like actually pretty ridiculous. Being able to search, like I said, with this, I think Storm Terrors really started the trend of search cards to pull stuff out of your deck, and now that this exists, especially Timaeus, could do some crazy stuff.
Yeah, like what's being run in install most of the time is double Timaeus, and then you run like quadruple Totem plus 2 what's it called?
It's you either run more
artifact.
or like veteran Vishard.
Yeah.
Which is the new 4.3
Veteran will come later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
We'll get to that
But
later.
yeah, you just run. Yeah,
it's
you run like
just like helmet, totem, and then plus 2.
Yep.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, the plus 2 is probably just Vorugasha.
Yeah, that is correct. But yeah, those 2, I think, and I mean, to be honest, like, did you guys really find like any other like kind of like I would say like engines that like really took over 4.3, or did we kind of hit it like on the head, like companion and magic, and then companion plus magic into chaos?
Basically, if you look at every single popular deck being played in tournaments, that's basically what it boils down to.
Yeah.
Right. Speaking of
companions
causing chaos, I want to talk about a certain Melus scene.
Yeah, I was about to get to that too. So
the funny
I remember a certain cult was formed.
Yes, the Miracle
from a certain Melazine. You guys want to explain yourselves? This is not a. Can you explain to me in detail? No. I want you guys to explain yourselves.
I wasn't part of it.
Why this cult was formed? I know. I need to know.
I wasn't part of it. This doesn't involve me.
Who's guilty?
This does not involve me.
It is.
Oh yeah! All of a sudden, the Mamere cultists are not in the same room as we are.
You know.
I proclaim my innocence.
Here. I mean, I could.
This is my first time hearing about a cult.
What's it called? I guess like I'll follow up with here like Shin. Like I mean, how really like okay, Mamere is so funny, but how good was she actually?
She was not very good. The problem was she was so random. Like sometimes she just draw you a Dawn Winery and then you cry. Right?
I mean, like 90% of the locations are useless. Like no, at least half of them are useless, which makes her not.
We can just take a look.
Half of them. She also draws companions. You have to include those
Dawn
too.
Winery useless. Wang Chung In useless.
Cathedral,
like, a lot of them are useless.
Not very good. Narukami useless. for the most
Oh
part.
yeah, the
more so-
Narukami is just like, hey.
Hey.
And the one
Hey.
time I saw Narukami used seriously in tournaments, me want to gouge my eyes out. So F tier.
F tier.
F
True.
tier. Seriously.
Mamere was funny though.
Gondaraville is useless.
Yup.
I
So,
can't
like,
wait for the tier list.
Oh, we have that, but
like
I know.
Storm Terror is
No,
useless
well.
in most decks. So is Golden House. So is Shinju. So
I
is
think we
Opera.
don't need to talk about the irrelevant locations. It's more that it was a funny stipulation that existed, and also started a trend going into 4.4. But we'll get to that. Wait, hold on. Where is she? She's in the back.
All the way in the back of the bus,
But
boy.
we'll get there later.
But like, I know if she draws you the right stuff, she
Yeah,
draws you the
yeah.
right stuff.
I think
If you want to like,
Mhm.
if you want to gamble like 25% every single turn for like every game you play ever, then go for it.
Yeah. I think it
Well,
was
you
a
just, like,
cool thing that someone brought up is that like when someone who is like more into like other card games, they're like, yeah, this is why digital card games are cool because you can do like really stupid cards like Mamere. Because you can't do this in a real life card game.
Yeah.
Unless you go the magic road and just grab a card from your portfolio.
Yeah, it's just like, all right, I'm gonna open my portfolio and oh wow, I drew Melus Silver. No way.
Make special
Oh.
card packs make special card packs that only contain certain cards related to certain random draw skills.
No, you know what? That's kind of cracked for like the Pokemon company. It's just like you play this card and then you completely open a card pack mid game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. It's actually fire. Like,
That's
just
so
imagine
fire.
you're
Get
playing
everyone to
in like
spend $7 more.
imagine you're playing in a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, right? And someone like just plays a dragon deck or something, and then it's like randomly draw a blue eyes monster or something, and then they just pull a pack just full of nothing but blue eyes,
Oh
and
my
just
goodness.
you just grab the good one, and you get to
No.
summon it for free too.
No,
Just
see,
imagine.
See, the thing about
ignoring
this is
and like
you
it
can
ignores
you can reuse the pack. You can
You
reuse
can
the pack.
reuse the pack.
My friend, one at a time. One at a time.
One at a time. Let's actually start with Sumi first, right?
No, that's crazy. You could like like imagine, right? You play a card, it has you draw a random version of like a certain series. You get to ignore summoning conditions, play it for free, and like use its effect or attack directly, whatever. And then like you just draw from the top. As long as you don't look at what's in the other cards in the pack card, you can just reuse it. It's
Mhm.
crazy. I love it.
Yes. Yeah, but it is one of those fun cards that, like, you know, as much as it's not as meta, it's still fun to cover because it's not something you can do in a real life card game. And a lot of people ask her, it's like, oh, let's make this a real life card game. It's like, I don't think you want to do the math for that.
I don't think you want to do that.
If we
Yeah.
need to use a spreadsheet, like, you know, like to like even track these things, man, like I don't I don't think you want to try.
I mean, like, okay, so for like the stuff like juniors are like,
Mhm.
for example, when you play her, you draw one random companion card. Like in a
Yeah.
real life card, how do you draw one random companion card?
Yeah, you have to like
separate them from
split
your
it up
deck.
and then shuffle.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Oh, and you have to like shuffle your deck again afterwards.
Mhm.
It just shows that like this game is never going to come out on like actual tabletop.
Mhm.
yeah.
I mean,
it's-
and then
without
you,
like massive reworks to the card effects, it's
Yeah.
just never gonna be physical.
But you
You'd
know
also
what
have
I
to
will
do-
do? I will always if they Genshin, listen, buddy. If you make cards just printable and they look really cool, I'll buy it, man. I already did it once.
I'm scared of you, man.
No,
I
they're
mean,
cool,
like-
man. They look really good in person.
they are cool. Unfortunately, like there's no way they'll do an IRL tournament with these like in physical cards because you have to do literal like order of operations to
Yeah.
deal
Well,
damage.
Actually, they tried it once during the
They
Sea
did try it,
Carnival.
yeah.
Mhm.
It probably did not go well.
It did
Yeah.
not go well.
It did not go
I think
well.
I remember at least like 4 missed effect activations.
Yes.
Yep. If
It
it's
was
too much
so
for the
weird.
Sheets gamers, it's too much for you.
What's it called? I will kind of push this to the next topic because before we move to kind of characters, because I think characters are really easy to summarize.
Yeah,
Especially because there's so
characters are
many.
great.
how do we feel about deck space? Because we talked about all these characters, oh my goodness, Chef Mao, disgusting. Junior Zod, stop drawing all the companions. Oh, yeah, oh wow, your guild is 1 cost now. That's crazy. Board Princess, oh wow, I lost the game. But here's the realistic thing, and especially for a team comp like this, you could not fit a majority of cards in your deck. And how did that, and I believe it was probably about 2 weeks in, is a lot of people started realizing that you cannot fit 90% of the stuff that you want in your deck. And how do you guys think that affected the meta and deck building as a whole?
People start cutting dice fixer.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed the most.
Yeah, they are willing to become more high roll just to fit in this entire engine in. And as a result, their low roll started being completely miserable.
Yup.
I mean, like, people have been experimenting with no dice fixes or like very little dice fixing for quite a while. Like, I think King in like 3.5 or something ran Pyrotech no dice fixing, which was like kind of crazy because Pyrotech is a rather dice heavy deck. But especially now, where there's like 3/4 of your deck is just filled with magic, and like the other fourth is for food. You don't have space for double Bestis, double toss up anymore.
Yeah.
And like you debatably don't have space for draw either. So players have been cutting that as well. So you're forced to run no dice fixers, less draw, and certain one-off cards.
Yeah, I haven't lost yet to 1. It's definitely one of the things that happened.
Yeah. I mean, you can only use one once per round now, so people have been doing that for a while.
Yeah, but this patch kind of seals it in a certain opinion.
I agree on that.
Yeah.
I think like
we're going to 1 copy of Ito, 0 copies of Ito. This is usually unheard of before.
Right. It's just too many cards you just needed at this point. And sometimes you just gotta cut it.
Like, another thing that's been being cut for a while though is Leave It to Me. Like, you often only need 1 to threaten your opponent with, and like the other is unnecessary. You only need 1 to threaten, and often using it once will win you the game anyway. So just 1 it is. I think a lot of the consistency cards are like cards for consistency's sake have just been being cut.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see a lot of stuff like start running one-offs. Like even this deck is running like 1 Paimon. What the heck is wrong with me? But with things like this, especially with buffed like 4.3 Vorukashas and Gilded Dreams, kind of drawing, and then of course juniors are drawing you your whole engine. Most of the time, like you would actually deck out despite everything, and like being so much stringency. So it was a weird thing to feel.
Yeah, I feel so weird watching like the Yelan poker deck for the first time.
I think I deleted it.
I know.
Let's see if I have it.
I know I'm the only person who calls that poker, but like the Yelan Signora TM1.
I threw it out, but it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I have the list on top of my head. It's
in round 3 you literally just have 9 cards left in your deck, which is absurd. Like if that happens, I would have expected that you were playing draw 30 and you just failed to draw 30.
I mean, part of that is because Station Talent was uber busted. 0 cost, you can play it off field, and like it didn't matter who triggered it, you would still draw.
Yeah, thank God that nerf came out.
Yes,
good
goodness.
In 4.4 that will let you draw 30 in round 3.
Oh, which one?
I mean,
it's Sayu Talent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yikes.
All right.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah, but any other comments about like deck stringency? Because do you guys think it's getting worse as we move into 4.4? Because 4.4 brought the most relevant changes that we needed and didn't really do a lot to things like Gilded had no changes. Only this received like a minor change,
Honestly, I think it's probably fine. Like it's probably okay for Gilded to be slightly busted right now, mainly because Rainbow's been so weak. So having it be strong
needs
is
time.
for like a patch or two is fine, right?
Mhm.
It's also
But
fun
I
to
don't know
watch. The
how they're
combos are
gonna
cool.
nerf Gilded so that Gilded just become trash, like completely unplayable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Guild is actually in a good spot. Just leave it there. Otherwise, like how you're gonna actually like traverse around the whole game's meta
Mm-hmm.
while Rainbow getting cucked. Yeah, I think this is just. I think it's like a necessary evil at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Probably where it stands.
It is
Yeah.
the most interesting way they ended up buffing Rainbow in the way I least expected. I was expecting like Omni Resonance or something, but you know what, Cope?
I mean, we
Magic
used.
is magic.
I mean, we had faction resonance, but no, not a lot of people use it as much.
Faction
True.
Resonance is
I
very
mean-
hard to squeeze in because it's completely region based. So
I
Yeah,
mean, region
and,
based,
like,
but also like Snezhnaya, sorry, Fatu, what was it, Eremite as well?
Fatui Resonant. Eremite
But-
Resonance hasn't been released yet. There's no card for
Eremite
it.
is
Oh,
not
yeah.
a
So
thing
we don't actually know what
yet.
that
I
says.
mean, it's coming in. It's I mean, we're
Yeah,
gonna
it's
come
the-
into.
Yeah,
the
here
Eremite.
eventually, but probably.
I hope
So, yeah.
I hope Eremite Resonance is something interesting because they added the tag to Dea and they're like, yo, cool, and then they did nothing with it and they still haven't done anything with it.
Might need to release a few more Eremite characters first, because like if it's only Dea and Scorching like Fire Loremaster, you can't build a deck around
Mox
that.
double pyro, let's go. But
Like
yes.
you could not build a deck for that.
Mm.
I guess in regards to deck space too, though, I think it's actually fine where it is. Because like having a limited deck space means that A, the cards you put there you'll draw consistently.
Yep.
And B, it means you need to make a choice about what to run, right?
Mhm.
Because you cannot run two different engines at the same time.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
cannot run everything.
Because
Yeah.
like if you do, it'll be half-assed. Like you cannot run Magic plus Tubby engine, for example, and like
Yeah.
you cannot run Magic plus Artifact / Equip engine as well. There's
Mhm.
simply no space for it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an interesting thing and it does make deck building significantly harder, but at the same time it's actually having to calculate opportunity cost, unlike other patches where it's like, all right, double I haven't lost yet, double Lotus, some healing, all
Mhm.
right, we got this.
Yeah, I
And,
still
like-
remember the 5 food theory.
Mm-hmm.
You just put in 2 lotus, 1 mushroom, what like 2 mushrooms, one hash
No,
or
I-
1 adeptus or whatever.
Yeah.
I,
Five food
yeah,
theory.
I mean, we still kind of follow that right now, but like before we had so much more food. We had like 7 food or something. It was no, it was 2 lotus, 2 hash, 1 adeptus, 1 pizza, so it'd be 6 food. Check a
Mhm.
pizza in there.
Yeah,
I mean-
relatively there, but now it's like, oh well, maybe I just don't run anything. Just get it all out of here. I need more dice. If I
Yeah.
have more dice than my opponent, they can't win. That's a lie.
Now it's like at most like 2 lotus.
The
Mhm.
card economy
Yeah.
is going wild these days, bro.
Mhm. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
talked about cards in great length. Now it's time to talk about the characters, and I think we're gonna stay mostly float to the top, and I actually will open up the tier list as you guys kind of talk. But I think we can already see some very relevant characters right in front of me. If you all don't
Yeah,
mind.
there's some funny oneys. Who wants to start? Let's start with the
Let's start with
twins.
someone who's like not only had one deck, Lynette.
Hmm.
What do we think about what
Hmm.
did we think about her, especially in this team comp right here?
Oh,
Man,
no.
Lynette's
Good
kit is
anchor, that's
like
it. She's a good
she has so
anchor.
much value in her kit. Yeah, no, she's an excellent anchor. I agree with Chan on this one. Like she is what Agent with Clam used to be,
Except
but
built
like
into her kit
without the
permanently.
right? Yeah. Okay, look. So she has a 3 damage skill, which like already makes her a pretty decent anchor. But like she also has built-in healing, although she does need to be below 8 HP, so she's a little bit more vulnerable to burst damage. But you equip Toa, that problem basically goes away. She has damage reduction on her burst that also supplements aura application because it will turn into another element. And her talent makes her do 5 damage, which is like an agent burst. So
I mean,
Lynette
it's a
kind of goes
supplement for
crazy.
reaction because if you just assume a reaction is +2 damage, Lynette talent is just +2 damage. So it's a supplement for like a reaction, which a Nemo deck need.
Hmm
Fair.
Like you combine that with Tandori's too. It's just like 7 damage, 8 with weapon. You could basically one-shot a character without burst. And like you also get to carry over that damage to another character as well.
8 damage. They look who?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Diluku.
Oh
Diluku,
no!
true. Oh man, this guy.
Imagine Dilukud right there. Damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like
he's crying.
Lynette just has insane value in her kit. Both cast of her skill give you 5 value. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. I'm actually to review the rest of the characters now that sorry, go ahead.
Anything. No, the second cast doesn't give you anything. It's just the first time.
No, but if you have
The first
talent,
time for the-
If you have talent.
Yes. If you have talent.
I forgot to add that caveat in. If you have talent.
But if you're not running talent on Lynette, what's wrong with you?
Sort
I mean, if you didn't draw talent yet, like just first cast is still pretty busted.
Right. I think that's enough for the sister, yes?
Yes. I'm actually gonna go
Yes.
ahead and I have the tier list up, so we're just like we're gonna point at characters and then I'll pull them up in game basically. So here's the tier list. By the way, there's what's it called? We're this is available on Reddit. Yes. The character card ratings, so you can see all of this. It's available all publicly. Very, very nicely compiled by Elvind. But here's the 4.3 tier list at the end.
Hey, yo, can you link me that too?
Yeah, I can link you this. What's it called? So let's go ahead and pick any of the characters, kind of from S through A tier, and if you know which were new to the patch, and then we can.
Yaya does not deserve B tier. I guess.
Oh no, we're gonna talk about characters. We can debate about the rankings later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we can like go bottom up. I guess.
Yeah. Just
we
go
can
ahead.
talk about Station.
Station.
But he's at the
Station's
top.
like the best for last because that one's disgusting.
Yeah.
That card was
Let's
so
do bottom
broken.
up. I think let's do Goro since like he's at the bottom of B tier, which is the lowest here. I think.
Oh yeah, we could do Goro. What's it called?
Yeah.
Goro got oof.
No play. I think the idea of Goro was as a replacement for Noelle and Ito decks. I think there was some experimentation with Dig because Goro's skill / burst would like buff Ito's damage back to 5. But the fact that he spend that extra turn and like he doesn't have secondary carry capabilities is not very fun.
Mm-hmm. It's such a shame that he ended up like this because like he's also locked by the fact that look at this is the entire Geocast. He's so cooked.
Yeah, the entire Geocast just like I don't care about a support because their support, their best support is the Bell.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally true.
Yeah, if only Bell was useful in the real game.
I know, right?
Like imagine saying this to the side game people like their best support is the Bell.
And man, it's the TCG where
what a
Daya
world.
is A tier and Kazuha's only purpose is to be a lightning rod.
Yeah.
God, what a world we live in
I
this
know,
world.
right? Yeah, no, but Goro got kind of cooked, and I don't really think we have any. I don't think anyone objects to that. It's kind of just true. I really hope he gets something in the future. Like maybe they add Navia, but Navia is also crystallized like Pepe though.
I don't know. Maybe they give his like Geo banner like an extra turn or something. Make it like you know what? Screw it. Make it like 4 turns or permanent or something.
Oh my god!
And
Imagine being
then you go to Ito.
Disgusting. That'd be
No wait, but
Christ.
but then that'd make like Ning too busted.
I'm gonna skip Dvalin. Let's go to Layla.
Damn. Okay.
He doesn't exist.
Child
Dvalin
DP.
doesn't exist.
Yeah. Child
Speaking
DP.
of permanent
Layla
statuses.
But yeah, no,
Layla
child
just
DP.
has so much value installed.
Yeah, Layla penalty is pretty good.
Yeah, the 2 shield, like the freeze as well, it gives her really great combo potential, especially in child stall decks. Because like if you just sit on child and keep smacking, you'll eventually get a freeze. And if he's ever in danger, you can swap back to Layla. Because you apply so much Hydra on child, the second application of the shield will like instantly freeze. And you can also sit on her in order to like wait out your opponent by just shield refreshing.
Yeah. I overall like Layla was a character I really didn't expect to enjoy so much just because of her permanent status. And like, do you guys want more permanent statuses to be in the game? Because this whole like shooting star mechanic where you can like passively gain one cryo application after four hits. Like, like, do you want more things like that?
It's
Like,
it's kind of like
I
a
would
ticking
rather
time
not.
bomb. I
it's-
like it.
It's just good install. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
like the
Like,
longer the
because-
game go on, the more value you get out of it. So
Yeah.
Mhm. And like
I-
Soul also runs ramp cards to give you more dice, so like it makes it even easier to charge up. I don't think it'd be good in other decks, mainly because like don't do much damage
Mhm.
and very hard to get enough actions / turns in order to charge it up.
Yeah. That's fair.
I'll be frank. I do not like how Layla's ability is a permanent status, not because it's like bad or anything, or it's just hard to read on the
Mhm.
field. I
Like,
would rather it
reload
be like a
status.
separate mechanic entirely. Like this permanent status is now called this thing, and its indicator is now somewhere else,
Yeah.
like fuse spell or something.
I will agree. Yes, there's been a lot more clutter.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
gets
For
quite cluttered
statuses.
with all the statuses. Like, you thought Ito was bad with like his 5 million shield, bro.
Yeah,
you do
Yeah.
not know.
Yeah,
Consi-
the etc. button keeps coming up more and more, like the icon.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's like,
I
I'm
will-
not gonna sugarcoat it. Liar song into Boar Princess into
Oh no.
like I think Lila's skill is fun to play with. It's like really cool to see how like how players interact with like charging her status and
Yeah.
how they save it in order to threaten freeze. I think
Yeah.
that's really cool watching child DP matches.
Yeah.
But like it's so frustrating to calculate that in an actual game.
Yeah, it
Because
is very
when you
difficult.
calculate the status, you can't just calculate how much they have now. You have to calculate next turn and what actions they do.
Yep.
And like that plays into your swap stalling and stall mirrors, and it's just pain.
Absolutely. Absolutely. One moment. Let's move to I'm actually gonna do a super jump in the tier list. We're gonna jump to we'll call it. We're gonna jump all the way past Alhaitham because he sucks. To Yelan.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. Listen, I am Alhaitham Coper, but man, this character did not.
Man, this
character did not
character's
do
not
good.
Yay.
Anyway, let's move
this
on to
this
Yelan.
this just ain't it, Mister Tawe. Someone get Chowji to murder this guy.
Dude, like Yelan is so popular. There's no way she was gonna end up being bad.
Oh,
Yeah,
She's
no,
okay.
yeah, like it's like, damn, let's you know what? Everyone thought she was Xingqiu's aunt. Let's make her Xingqiu, but like unnerfed.
yeah. She really is just better Xingqiu in
Mhm.
both like side game and main game.
You like
No.
that 2 damage?
Mm.
Wonderful.
I mean, Xingqiu
Like,
still has niche that Elon can't fill.
Yeah.
No, if we just look at this patch, like after the station nerf, Yelan OTK is not like OP anymore. Like you play it because you just play it. Like last patch, Yelan, everyone thought Yelan was good, but actually no, because station was OP.
Yep, that's true.
And you
There
play
are cards that we
Yelan.
will that are kind of
Under
propped up
station.
by the
That's-
S tier.
That's why we all think Yelan is OP, but like no, she's fine.
Mhm.
She's okay. I don't.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
3
It's
energy
okay.
syndrome.
Literally 3 energy syndrome. Like,
Yeah.
Who even uses 3 energy bursts these days?
True. It was also
Ning.
funny that like it came because she has her draw thingy, and like because her burst was so relevant, she literally just sat there and you didn't even move off of her, which was insane to me.
I mean, part of the reason why Yelan was so crazy is because breakthrough plus 0 cost draw artifact plus 0 cost free off-field equip off-field trigger station talent.
Yeah.
It's like +6 in 2 rounds.
Yep. Let's go ahead and pull.
And
it up
that's not
here.
even including like end phase draw and talent because no
Yep.
one uses talent.
No one uses talent.
No.
Yes.
Dang.
Like it's good for consistency, but nobody runs consistency now.
True. Yep.
Oh. It's high roll meta.
It is
Seriously,
high roll meta, I agree.
Yeah.
imagine nobody running Omni Jade Chamber. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god,
That's
the horror.
She's fun
Like-
though. I do like her. It's interesting that her and Xingqiu both get to maintain some sort of like difference despite them being very similar characters with
I
this.
mean, yeah, Yelan's like the combo staple for Hydra follow-up, whereas Xingqiu is better for stall for his rain screen.
Yeah, that's the last thing I expected out of Xingqiu. It's really cool though.
Yeah, the X King of Combo is now a stall staple. Let's
I
go.
know, right?
Complete
Let's
180.
go.
I think for here, I'm gonna jump ahead to Lane and we'll go back to Asia because you know why I'm going back to Asia because the next three
Oh,
characters
no.
in line. So let's talk about Lyney. Oh man, what a character.
Oh man.
Oh, you like that? 4 tags. Let's add the Numa Usha thing and then have only be relevant in NPC battles. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. But yeah, I mean, Finale.
Finally.
Yeah, Finale.
Finale.
Actually, let's see. Do I even have a Finale deck on me? Let's see. I don't. I think I deleted it.
I think I saw it. No,
I'll just
no,
arrange
yeah.
the characters and then unsave it here.
Ah!
Die. Boom. And then this character looks awfully familiar.
Oh no.
Welcome.
Yeah, it has a good matchup into anything not called Life Sentence, which got nerfed this patch,
Yep.
or Azdaha Magic.
Yep, that is true.
Yep.
Say goodbye to RXN. Here is Finale, and oh boy, what a polarizing deck I think people felt about this one.
I mean, overall, it just have good matchup.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, yeah.
like,
And to the rest of the
best
cast,
deck
it
to
does.
go blind in.
It's
If you don't know what your
also
opponent play, you just pick this and
it's also a bit high rolly because it's magic, but
Yep, it is.
still,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's probably okay.
I think
It has like
Mhm.
it has really straightforward lines. It's easy to pick up. It has like great win cons because prop arrow stacks do big damage.
Yep.
And Nahida.
I think kind of chaining off of and this is where a cool thing about how deck popularity goes through is that with RXN being such a popular deck from the previous patch because it's oh, it's so cool, you ride and burst and then you burst out everyone else and then you win, yippee. And now this one kind of takes the same elemental reactions, but it's way more flexible. You don't have to rely on someone's burst to get your game plan out. I think people were automatically attracted to it because oh, I love Lyney, let me just put him in. And then I have this character already, so let's just play this.
oh, okay. I
That
just
was
want to
funny.
mention,
Yep.
Lynette Talent is the most bait card ever.
Really? That is interesting.
Huh.
Conclusive.
Like, I call it
ovation.
a noob card, or newbie card, because new player just put Lynette Talent into their deck without understanding. Most of the time, you don't want Lynette Talent.
Mhm.
Yeah, it only works in mono pyro, so
It was
But
a
why
bit
do
of a
you
debate at the
mono-
start if it was good or not.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not good.
Mhm.
Because okay, pyro reaction is +2 damage. So you run this talent, you accept that you're not gonna do reaction, and I don't know, it's just bad. Because you just waste the pyro app.
Mhm. That's fair.
yeah, no, I agree. There's
Yep.
just no point to running a mono pyro deck, which makes you reliant on drawing this card to do damage, when you can just run reaction deck and do the same thing, but not be reliant on a talent.
Yep.
If it was +3, it's a different story, because then you do more damage than power reactions.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but if it goes +3, then we'd have a huge problem on our hands.
His breakpoints would probably go crazy, but
Yeah, it would be. Lastly, kind of the mainstay pyro thing is how do we feel about Lyney replacing this character? Because low key, she got free. She was already falling off, but now she's just gone.
that's probably fine.
Yeah, no diff, probably fine.
Yeah,
mean-
it's probably fine.
I think it's fine.
I still play Mona Klee, but yeah, Lyney, no diff, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mhm.
one thing
It's
about
just
Clay is
The
that
pyro summon is so much better.
she
Yep.
synergize with Bennett better.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess the
that's
discount.
it. Yeah, the discount.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
but like,
And her burst also does funny interactions with minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
her bars is better than Lyney's bars. Lyney bars.
yeah, I agree. But
Agreed.
like,
3
even
energy.
so, like, it's not even 3 energy because she has the discounted charge attack, so it's less relevant. But
yeah.
Pyro Summon goes crazy.
Yeah, it does. It does get Pyro Summon is something is build diff, and having it so on demand is so nice. With Lyney, because he was pretty relevant in the meta. Do you guys worry about characters who drain their own HP for more value? Do you think it's gonna be ridiculous? Like, what if like Farina comes out and she gives you like the super duper damage bonus for all HP loss? Like, do you worry about that?
I guess it depends on how much value it is, because like Lyney is probably like plus 2 to 3 value depending on the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Because
No, it's
his
plus
summit,
0.
like, because I mean, yeah, it's effectively plus 0. But like, if you look at it, his skill will do 2 damage, which is like the same as normal attack, and he'll do a power summon that does 1 damage. So that's 3 for 3 at the cost of draining 1 HP. But he will heal it back with his skill later on. So it's effectively 0, but you'll get that extra aura, which could give you as much as plus 2.
Yeah. It's interesting because, like, I mean, it's kind of a thing that, happened with the main game Fontaine, right? It's like, oh man, these characters can drain HP, therefore I can crank their numbers like sky high. And then like, kind of same here, like Lyney having on demand effectively 4 damage all the time was a little scary. So I do wonder how far they will go with it, especially with new artifacts and stuff. But
Yeah,
that's
and
Lyney.
especially with the inevitable coming of La Wakelet.
True.
I mean,
Mhm.
it's not like the HP draining doesn't have its own cause. It makes it so you have access to less field time, because as your HP gets lower, the easier you will be to kill, which will force a off. Even if you like heal it back, you're still burning resources to do that.
Yeah, and that's pretty
certainly
fair.
a paid off, all right.
That's all like that because actually, yeah, unintentionally that was mostly playable characters. But we had a very specific kind of faction come in to this patch, and it was man, can you believe this roster used to be Magu Kenki and Chicken? It only used to be them, and look at how many we have now. It's beautiful, but I'm sure you all know where this is going. Uno, dos. And then we scroll all the way to the right. Christ. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
no.
Let's start with Big Chunky Turtle.
Oh god, Big Chungus in the house. Let's go.
Honestly, absorption wasn't that crazy.
Nope.
I mean, it's good.
Okay, we're starting with hot.
Like, okay, look, don't get me wrong, it's good, right? Being able to apply another element on the opponent is strong, and his burst like is good. You can stack up free damage with the absorptions. But like, honestly, like you mainly use him for talent in Magic in order to get accrue more dice advantage. Like the rest of the kit isn't too crazy.
Yeah, he's just
Okay,
Lava
at
Child
most
too.
it's just up plus 1 dice.
Yes.
At most it's just plus 1 dice.
Yeah, like he's used for his talent to get dice. Like, really not that crazy.
Elemental absorption.
All right, summation first.
One at a time.
Okay.
Yeah, the elemental absorption of Azdaha allows him to gain 1 dice if the element that is going to be absorbed is not previously absorbed. It's his passive, I think.
Yep.
Yes.
This one right here. Wow, I love reading. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's the second paragraph. After this character absorbs an element of a different type than correctly absorbed element, generate 1 elemental dice, and then the rest of the text is blocked by Sumi.
Yep. I can pull it up. You see, okay, like this is what's it called? Complete tangent. Like we should talk about how he's like actually meta. Look at how many menus I have to open for this stupid turtle monster. Oh my god, dude. This is it's a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a problem. Like if you like when I write it into the the catalog, it has like no text at all because
Mhm.
I had to remove all the reminder text.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but
But
pushing
if-
pushing over to Sean. Effectively, as much as I think Azdaha scarred people, but effectively, like, how good was he realistically after the first 2 weeks?
right,
Uh,
Sean.
Okay. So from what I seen, first time people was running him in Magic, and
Mm-hmm.
Magic with like Thunder Manifestation and Sonora.
Mm-hmm.
It's end up not being very good, and now he's end up being a Bennett, like a carry
Yeah.
with Bennett, because he has +1 dice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was I think it was interesting though for Azdaha overall is that he was kind of the gateway to us discovering how ridiculous this card was, and then we just started to applying it to everything, and we're like, wow, I love having infinite dice.
Mm-hmm. Look, Ajita by himself, like, really not that crazy. But he's strong because A, you play with Bennett, which means everything does 5 damage.
Yep.
And 2, he's +1 dice with Bennett, so you're able to do +5 damage more. And you're playing him with Bennett with magic. So you're able to do +5 damage a lot.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I
So
think
basically, Bennett plus infinite dice go burr.
yeah. And like it's called it was interesting that like he was the one to kind of be at the front, and I think that's why he ended up staying so high in the tier list, because I think everyone was just so scarred from trying their hardest to kill this guy, and then 4 plus every element absorbed. Let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, you die.
No, Azdaha can only absorb 4 elements.
Yeah. No, I was totaling it, but yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Any
but you
other-
still get destroyed.
yeah, you still get destroyed regardless. He's going to step on you and bury you.
Not in the good way.
Yep, nope, not in the good way.
Has it ever been in a good way?
Sumi would know.
Hey, now, there's no need to share that.
I don't know. It's where you says. Anyway, the character that everyone cared about, but was so close to being top of being #1 character, but somebody else took it over, Signora. And I can't even show both her forms because card catalog. See, this is
Yeah,
why
card
we have
catalog
this
is
thing,
tricky.
man. Do you have both of them in there, or do you separate
Yes,
them?
I do.
Yes, base
Yeah.
Sigma. Thank you.
Jeez.
Wait, hold on. Wait, where is it?
It's in the enemies tab.
Oh, it's in the enemies tab. Okay, based. Because I bet you there's gonna be more in the future.
The enemies tab is so long now. I should probably move her to Cryo at some point.
You could probably just make a Fatui faction. There
Mhm.
she go.
Yeah.
Look at beautiful. I love it. There we go. This is how we're viewing her.
All right, come on, get it up.
Hmm.
Hey.
Very nice. All right. So,
It goes crazy with Yelan and Magic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this card was something.
Yeah, what is going on with her?
Yeah,
I mean,
10 HP character with a revive. Let's go.
Yep.
Let's go.
10
Yep,
HP character
right.
with a revive that heals you.
So, Signora is technically not the first character to change states because someone else from before has also gained a state change during this version.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, Sino will now change states when he enters 4 stacks.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
didn't he always do that?
He used to only change states in his dynamics skin, but
Yeah.
now
Oh.
but now it's an entire state of its own. And
Yeah, it's a
Okay,
it's a little
Scout
visual
also-
thingy. Yeah.
yeah,
Scout also
cool.
does that as well.
yeah, like how Signora also transforms into the Crimson Flame
Mm-hmm.
in her normal skin. So Sino
Huh,
inherits
sick.
power and all that. Yeah.
But
That's
unlike
interesting.
Sino, who is electric, who is electric and sad, Signora gets to cheat and use 2 elements.
Yep. She's also the only character in the game that switches elemental types entirely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
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 And
Not even the
is-
Azdaha
yeah,
does that.
Yeah. And I believe even with because we had the whole like Kenki situation early on, she tunes to Pyro, right, when she's in this form?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
she's the only one that can tune to two different things because she changes entirely.
Realistically, I mean, what do we even say about Signora? Like, she applies status, which is great. She can revive herself, but like, she's just good. Like, I don't really know how else to describe her better outside of that.
I mean, she's good. Yeah.
She's good.
Yeah,
She's just not
quite a
playable
bit.
in main game.
Yeah, she'll be here. Trust. If she's here, she'll be in the main game.
I think everyone has trust issues regarding that statement.
No, it'll happen.
Oh boy.
Yeah, just like how Honkai is a wholesome and uplifting story.
True.
Oh god. Can you guys are just you guys are just magnet for
Oh man.
such boiled takes.
It's fine. It's fine.
Here's a good question. How effective do you guys think sheer cold and blazing heat were? Being able to have access to it so easily.
I mean, like, it's just delayed 1 damage.
Mhm.
It honestly not that crazy if I'm talking.
Okay.
Yeah.
The worst
Like-
case, she just have a 3 damage skill. The best case, you can do double reaction.
Yeah.
It really is just Dori or other characters.
I mean,
but,
like, it makes skill spamming worse because you lose out on that 1 damage every time you do it, so it is inefficient.
Yep.
But like, it really doesn't matter because more often than not, she is paired with someone that could either A, instantly react off of the skill, so it basically just reapplies aura for later,
Mhm.
or like B, you play her with Yelan, so like it really just doesn't matter
Mhm. Yeah, that's fair.
because you normal attack.
Absolutely. Yeah, the fact that she has catalyst properties, well, because I mean, obviously she's in game, she's a catalyst, but like second, what's it called? I really helped her be so strong in Yelan magic because she could freeze on demand here, and then she switches over and she vaporizes. Like, whoa, whoa, dude.
Whoa. Yeah, she then rape chatters,
It's
which is really funny.
One other thing, do you guys think the fact that she had the whole like on demand switch and also revive, do you think it's a little too strong? Because it's a lot to have all in a 10 HP character.
I will say that having 10 HP plus a revive is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But like, it's slightly less crazy by the fact that she will lose the revive at 4 HP.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't get to use that revive, it's just gone.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But like, still, the built-in one-shot immunity is kind of not cool.
Yeah, no, it's like, oh, I can finally finish her. It's like, no, you can't. You thought.
Yeah, unlike
They
the main
nerfed
game,
Agent to 9 for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, unlike the main game, Signora actually is a foil to Raiden Shogun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. With Raiden with a turn one Adeptus burst to absolutely cheese the game, and then it's like, oh nah, nah, I'd win.
Oh, nah.
You know what? Maybe if like Signora didn't transform, like she wouldn't be a pile of ashes.
You know
she
what?
would have kept the
True.
revive. I'm just saying.
You know what? True. It's
Oh.
funny that the yeah, go ahead.
What?
Go ahead.
No,
Oh, no,
nothing.
I thought you were saying that. It's funny that the actually like the antithesis to Signora was Nahida, because if you get the seeds on her, it's like, well, GG.
It is.
Well, that's same thing with the cube.
Yeah, that's
True.
fair.
It's the same thing with all revives in general, except Lecter, but nobody plays Lecter.
Yep. Yeah, but I think the general consensus, she's just good, and I mean I don't know if I necessarily change her, but man, it's just cool to have her here, man. She's got the sickest animations ever.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Now
legit.
we move
Seems
on
legit.
to the dreaded staple of the meta. Oh no, who's that at
Oh
the top
no!
of the tier
Please
list?
do not.
Immediately nerfed in 4.4, by the way. Manifestation.
No, like this thing was so overtuned.
Oh my
Like,
god.
yeah, it's so. Like, imagine doing a 4 damage skill.
Yeah.
Like 4 damage skill that lets you permanently target an off-field character, a 0-cost talent which you could equip off-field, which could be triggered by anyone to give you free draw,
Mm-hmm.
and a burst that does 5 damage that could target said off-field character.
Yeah,
And the
It
summon,
was
third.
the summon also
crazy.
the summon
Alright.
also does 3 damage, so you can quick knit it and get 3 damage for
Oh
free.
yeah, you can.
Wait, you can quit. Oh
But,
my
like,
god.
that's not relevant.
Oh my
I mean, it's a
God.
summon, so of course you can.
That's
Well, it's just not relevant.
terrifying.
Because why would you bring Quicknit?
I know, that's fair. Yeah, Eggs, what's up?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, no. For start, I mean, let's make sure everyone understands here. Explain a lightning rod pre 4.3. Like, what did it do? How did it work, basically?
So after a character, at the beginning of the round, after a character used a skill, Thunder Manifestation will attach the lightning rod to that character.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever they skill, or like just do attack in general, it's just gonna attack that character.
So, yeah.
Specific skills and summons will target the character affected by lightning rod.
Yep.
The Thunder Manifestation summon, not like every summon, because that'd be way too busted.
Mm-hmm.
But like the thing that was really busted was that after you skilled, you could not remove the lightning rod status from that character. It will stay on it permanently until you skill on another character next round.
Yeah, and that was the worst part.
Yes.
Like, you had to basically like sign someone's death certificate. It's like, all right, Daya, you're a great mercenary, but you gotta go.
Which means that for that turn, when you used that skill, that character had a unremovable mark that you could not play around that could potentially make it so the opponent just one-shot them without you doing anything.
Mm-hmm. And when you combine that, right, with other things like gamblers, which give you more dice. Oh no.
Pandoris for more damage.
Yup.
Pyro Res.
Mm-hmm.
It got really bullshit.
Yeah. It was impossible to play around, and it was funny. Like, I made the joke earlier. The only character who can technically dodge it is Kazuha, because he puts it onto himself. But that doesn't matter because you just play gamblers and then you kill him, and then you get more dice, and then you win.
And then you kill more, and then you win, and then you kill even more.
And then you win, and then it laughs at your face with no voice lines. Like,
Even if you're going against a 5 character, even if you go against like a 5 character deck for some reason, he would still win.
It would still win. It would
Like-
still win, unironically.
Oh my god, don't even get me started. It did 5 damage per hit. Like, it was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff was insane. It took me like 5 tries
Yeah.
to beat it with Mono Pyro Bennett high roll.
Okay, well that's a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
That's a
joke,
mistake.
I made
alright.
like a meme where it was like characters hitting off field, because I know we skipped him. I skipped him on purpose because he's not relevant. But like Dvalin is like Daniel, and then Scaramouche is the cooler Daniel, and then this is Daniel Prime, being able to hit off field characters for free.
Did +1 damage too, by the way.
Mm-hmm,
Man, unironically just said Daniel Prime.
It is Daniel Prime. This thing is stupid. Oh man. But yeah, these are. I mean, like, what else do we even say about it? It's like this card was just dumb, and it's good.
Right.
Good that it got nerfed.
So, should we add Daniel Prime to the list of names that commentators should
Oh my god, that's right. Oh, Eggs, you weren't here for this. Okay, so you know how.
What the hell?
Okay, if you saw this card, what would you shorten it to? Like nobody influenced this. Just like, what would you shorten it to? Because you wouldn't say.
I already
Thunder
know.
Manifestation.
I already know that there are some people who has like someone had a list.
Yeah,
I remember that.
I'll go pull up.
Someone gave me a list of like, this is a list of the things that we call, and I was like, what the hell is this?
So what would you call it?
Yeah, what would you call it?
I just call him Electro Bird.
Ah, Electro Bird.
Boring.
Okay.
Wow.
One of the names.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
it's just it used to be Electro Bat,
Wow,
but then I realized no, that's not a bat, that's a bird.
Non-e-girl user. I'm disappointed.
My signature look of disdain when someone does not use e-girl.
Oh my god, let's go sue me.
Oh no!
Kevin C staring at the distance when you do not use station.
Kevin,
I'm sorry, but
Kevin
I'm
Z
not a
can't do anything
degenerate.
to stop me.
yeah, he can be,
sorry
he
that
can
I'm
be
not a
in TCG.
DJ,
How about
cucks.
that?
Kevin Z cannot stop me from calling it e-girl on stream.
Oh,
What's he gonna do? Unplug my Wi-Fi?
He'll unplug your TCG. How about that?
I have a feeling we should stop here lest we incur
Lest
the
we
grand
go
war of
into
station
silly
again.
things. But yeah, that's kind of the end of all the 4.3 characters. Obviously, there's ones I skipped, right? Like if I go back to the super duper tier list, like there's a bunch of characters I skipped because they suck. They suck. Like it's funny that the character though that like fell flat on their face was the Eremite. Like, oh my goodness, they're actually useless.
Genuinely useless.
Yeah, I never saw anyone use the Eremite at all.
Here, Nation, give me a check. I think she had 0%. She had one, like probably like one usage the entire tournament season.
She the entire season she has one card usage. One person brought her. Like
oh, no.
She's like one other person also brought Icho. Like exactly one person.
Oh, it's Pillow. It's always Pillow.
Yeah, I think it's she was doomed on arrival. It's like, man, I feel bad for you. I hope they buff you at some point. But yeah, how do you guys feel about the 4.3 meta? Because we're kind of at the end here, where it's just like, wrap it up. Like, how do you feel about it?
Some things were much more broken than others.
Yep.
I mean, it's fun. It was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I think what's it called? I do hope the next time they do a big patch, because like the next if we're basing it off of patterns, the next big patch should be summer, which lines up with like other stuff. But hopefully I hope they move this like kind of like anniversary patch, because keep in mind it makes a ton of sense why they put this patch the way they did, because it's right before December 7th, which is the TCG anniversary. But it is so incredibly poorly timed because it is right in between the holidays
festivals
for, like, everyone. Yeah. Like
like the last time we hit a 0.3 patch, we had to skip 2 weeks, and then suddenly everything was kinky.
Yep. Suddenly Kenki everywhere.
Man, I remember Kenki. Kenki was a thing.
Yeah,
I feel like every time we have like a whole celebration vacation, we come back like that one meme with the black guy bringing into pizza,
bringing the pizza into the fire room.
That's what happened. This is like the third time in a row, actually. It's, you gotta stop doing that, bro. Calm.
If there's one wish, I asked like the devs, like if you're supporting this game still into the next year, please put the patch like at 2 weeks into January, so we don't have something like this happen where it's like okay, well, it's not like we're gonna run a tournament, it's literally Christmas.
Oh, also in April, the first update of April, revert the Kenki nerf. I think it'd be really funny.
No.
Bring the Kenki. I mean, life good now. Bring Kenki back.
Life good. Bring Kenki back. No.
Surely with Magic, Kenki won't be as busted.
If I'm not mistaken, we did the math right, and unnerfed Kenki is still better than Thunder than 4.3 Thunder Manifestation.
I am unsurprised.
I think it unironically is.
Yeah, I think Kenki is gonna be competitive.
Kenki would
if they bring them back.
Obviously, we can't do that because we don't have a client to do that on.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe some things could stay in the bottom. They can stay there. Really quick here. I'll kind of like cap it at 10 minutes because we're at like our time limit ish. But the nerfs, because there's very little of them, so I think we can kind of speed run them really fast. This one, I think it's in here, right? There you go. Because we hate Thunder Manifestation so much, what happened to Thunder Manifestation in the next patch?
Lightning Rod will be removed after its first activation in a round.
Yeah, thanks.
Like after you get your +1 damage, it's gone.
Yeah,
which is good for the game. I would say it's healthy.
But does it move her? Does it move the e-girl?
Yes.
Yes.
Like it's no longer busted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's still
playable,
probably,
but it's no longer busted.
Like you'll probably still see Pyro e-girl because +1 damage, it goes crazy for breakpoints. But other than that, probably won't be seen as much.
Okay.
Here, I actually have the proper page loading up slowly, but yeah, the talent now, or actually no, I have. Oh wow, Hoyo Lab is very slow. There we go.
Like the skill nerf the pyro, the pyro station deck, and the talent nerf the Yelan OTK deck.
Yep. Yeah, the
Yeah.
talent, if we don't mind reading off what was changed about it.
To put simply, it just changes the talent from a free equip whenever to only being forced to equip it when using an elemental skill.
Yeah. And it costs, yeah, and it's, what's it called? No longer free either, so pain.
It's no longer field
Yeah,
too.
no more free talent cards for you. The other two changes, yeah, because see, look how short these changes are. It's only 3 things total. It's crazy.
The Varukasha nerf will make it so it will no longer be played in stall decks. The new artifact will be played in favor of that more likely. And Stove, it was like the 100% pick ban arcane card because no one runs draw anymore, so they just run it to compensate. Less decks will likely to be running it.
Yeah.
And we might see an uptick in Joyous usage.
Yeah, and that's the surprise to me. I saw people running Joyous. I'm like, what? What are you doing?
What?
Oh, because like there's nothing else to run. Like, cause Stealth now is really bad.
Yeah, the theory is that like since you're already running like Demise Wagner / Magic, you don't care about Courtyard. You also don't care about Covenant most of the time because like you don't have Wovens.
It's hard
so it
to
doesn't
use
matter.
Covenant, so you can't use
Yeah,
that.
it's hard to use for most decks.
So you
and, like,
either have Fresh Wind or Genius.
Yeah,
I
and
miss
Judgment
my
too,
Fresh
but like
Wind.
Judgment
Jeez.
doesn't work on Magic. Freshwind is only good for OTK, so most decks don't want that. And now
No,
it's
Fresh
Stove
Wind is
nerf.
just good in general. What do you mean?
True.
Fresh Wind
Yeah,
is
it's good
good
in
in
melee
like
too, I guess.
macro decks.
Yeah, it's good in decks where like you'll get at least chain kills one after another.
Yeah.
And like Stove is just generically good because it fixed some of the inconsistency problems we've been having with decks cutting draw.
Yeah.
But like now it's too slow, right? Like you need to wait for round 3 to draw 2. Because like drawing 1 for 1 is really bad.
That's really, really bad. Like drawing 3 minimum would have been nice, but it's like, oh.
You're ending the game by round 3, so it doesn't matter. And like I mean, it's still probably okay in stall, but in stall you may as well just run Joyous to reduce the damage you take.
Yeah. See, can you believe the thing that pushes Joyous into the meta is getting rid of the over centralized arcane card? Crazy. Like this, it's like they tried so hard to make Joyous relevant by like literally any means, and it just didn't happen. But yeah,
I mean, like we're probably unironically being seeing Joyous now, which is kind of funny.
I'm excited.
Make Joyous apply elements to everyone again. It's funnier that way.
It's funnier that way. Let's go.
It is funnier that way, but like
it is. It's called 4.4 rapid fire. Thoma, normal attack support. Kind of sucks without talent. Sayu will be last because she's actually good. What do you guys think of Ice Cube?
it has some utility in certain decks.
It's basically a superconduct bot.
I tried can't use superconduct yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's not good.
It's not good.
No.
Like I don't even need to know how it went. It was not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to guess about the outcome either.
Yeah. Pretty much
but like no Cube.
Yep.
Cube is Ice Cube is good in superconduct. That's it.
I agree.
I think the overall thing is like, to summarize, I think the best way to describe Ice Cube is just like it has really quick on-demand piercing damage, which is like really neat to have. And it's not super greed like Electro Cube where you have to sit there for like 3 turns. So
this is basically like what if we have Shenhe that play with Fisher instead of Raiden?
True. That is true.
So not much about the Ice Cube because just put it in a water, I guess.
Yeah, put Ice Cube with a side of bird.
Yeah, put it with a side of bird.
Hard.
A side of bird and electricity. You don't give it a water bath, you give it an electric bath.
Oh no.
You give it a unicorn.
I'll quickly interject before we talk about the Seahorse. Yeah, since there's no tournaments, we need to take a break because it's been a whole year of tournaments. We were very tired, so we need a bit of a break to recuperate. because I know I'm dying. How about you guys?
I think everyone's dying in the tournaments. I don't know, like even the Asian side of the esports,
Oh boy.
GITCG sports are also just kind of dying out right now.
Yeah, but there is a 3 tournaments going on. There is the Arc Cup over at SUC. You can sign for that, and I believe Shan
So,
UTO
Tavern just came out.
Yeah, Tavern just came out, and then also
Yeah.
Shan, you can advertise yours.
We the AAA group also have a Lantern Ride tournament,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
sign up.
Yeah, and Lantern
Oh.
SUC is the only Asia, and then Lantern Right has all 3 regions. So if you still want to play a slow play, and there's prizes too. I believe yours is 1 Welkin per top, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
The arcade was actually already finished, by the way.
Oh, it's finished. Okay, never mind. I thought it was
Yeah.
all season. Never mind. My bad. Well, it's finished, but there's still AAA. So if you're in Europe, Europe's soon, right? Like today.
Yeah, Europe is in about, I don't know, 8 hour, 12 hour.
Sign up for that. And then there's also America on Sunday, so that's fun. But yeah, for us, we're just taking a break. But that does also mean that we don't get to see as many decks. Anything with Seahorse. I feel like Seahorse is just a tank.
Good with Lyney plus Yao Yao.
Yeah. Yeah, if we quickly, I believe like Fontana or Pearl is like if you attach the status to yourself, you just take -1 damage, right? And you can stack it.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
say it 4 times, and summon damage does not reduce stacks.
What was,
Here's the thing. In one of the tournament that I play in Arc Cup, I play Nilo Bloom, and Seahorse bullied Nilo so bad
Damn.
because all of your Bloom get -1 damage, and that -1 damage doesn't take off the stack because the summon doesn't consume the Seahorse stack.
Wait, it
So
does it?
it's just
Summons
like
don't
every summon
consume
is
it?
Summons
What?
don't. Yeah, summons don't count.
That's crazy. Oh my.
So it's basically just -1
Man,
damage from all your
TCG player
Bloom.
trying to read Mission Impossible.
Listen, the
Right.
Seahorse was not relevant to me, okay? I'm like, this is just a tank.
But tank
Well-
equals good. It would have gone crazy back in MMEC.
True.
reads
Oh
in this
my
economy?
God. This would have been
In
disgusting.
this economy, reading? Oh my god, you guys are crazy.
No,
The
yeah.
summons don't count only after once per round, except if you have talent, in which it becomes twice per round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Which
gotta
means
see, I
it-
gotta see that Seahorse sauce. That sounds great.
Which means it eats both usages of Nilo Bloom's attacks perfectly.
Man, that's just
Yeah.
evil. I mean, you know what? Nilu couldn't fight this thing anyway, so it flies around.
I
too
mean,
much.
Nilu got cucked by everything else in the game, so one more really doesn't make a difference.
True. And then lastly, Sayu, who is actually the interesting character, who I did not expect to be interesting in the slightest, but she is funny.
Talent goes so crazy.
Cal is so crazy. Every time you trigger a swirl, draw 2.
Once per round.
Yeah, once per round.
Once,
That's fair.
yeah, once per round.
Once per
round.
round. But someone put a Reddit post that said, "Is Sayu talent pot of greed?" And I'm just like,
It is part of it.
It is.
I mean,
finally.
yeah, Sayu can automatically apply elements to everyone with her skill. She does 1 animo damage, swirls it, and then does it again with an infusion, which is cool. Is she super good though? I think she has like 1 deck.
Yeah, she's being played in Mona Cube or Mona Keck.
Yeah.
It's still experimenting with that one.
What do you mean? You replace Wanderer with Sayu and Mew.
Oh, right, and also, yeah, Sayu and Mew.
But then where do you put Wanderer afterwards? That's the question.
You don't.
I'm actually experimenting with Sarah Sayu.
No. Okay, here's the thing about Sayu is that because her skill do 2 instant of damage. So if you put a weapon on her, that's +2 damage.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's true.
So that's why you replace Wanderer with Sayu and Mew. You get Wagner. You play Wagner anyway, and you can run all Claymore.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's
you get
true.
Claymore sharing with
And-
Eula.
And
Yeah,
if you have
Gravestone
both
Sack.
Gravestone, yeah.
Yeah, Gravestone Sack would be, but like with Beacon, you have 2 gravestones, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind
Yeah.
of.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I think
Oh, you know what?
Mhm.
Maybe with that you could raise Mew's win rate from 33 to 66 because Mew wins 33% of the time when they draw gravestone.
that is true. Oh man.
Oh man.
Well, otherwise, there are the other action cards, but I think for the most part, like we can mostly just agree it's Jeht Engine, which is funny.
Oh
That
god.
engine is so bad.
It's so funny though.
It is.
Okay, when you get it off, like it's really funny, but
Mhm.
most of the time you can't really get it off.
Yeah,
just
it's a little bit
slow.
inconsistent in
Okay,
comparison
but
to other
The
engines.
conditions are just too.
Right. But
We likely won't see it in tournaments.
right, but we cannot say bait without talking about machine assembly line. Seriously,
Mhm.
that entire card is bait.
Oh, that's so bait.
Yeah.
The fact
Well,
that like
it's so
the fact that it
epic.
only stacks up to 2 is so bait. Because like, what's the point anymore?
Yeah.
It applies a character status. The status is not a team status.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so stupid.
That's so bad. What the heck? You can only use it on one. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, on one character, it actually dies. Boom, gone.
Dude, buff this. What the heck? The next random card in line, to add to the Mamar family, Sunyata flowers. Now we can start a Sunyata cult.
Yeah, I mean, goes with Jet Engine.
Yeah,
About it.
yeah.
It's go with Jet Engine.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah, this one's pretty cool, but I think you mentioned, and this will be the last card we talk about before you just like mess around. This is the one that you said is actually relevant for the patch.
Yes, this will be replacing Varakash install decks most likely.
Yes. I mean, the food is
Uh,
also need to mention because
Oh yes, Matsutake is great.
because
to unlock-
before install you usually run 2 lotus, 2 pizza, and 1 hash brown.
Now
Hash
you can
brown
run
is
this for hash
very
brown, eh?
very hittable. Yeah, hash brown is so bad in terms of value, so now you just run this.
We're living in an age where hash brown's bad.
Hash brown's bad. Let's go. Yeah, no, this card
Let's
actually
go.
does go pretty hard. 2 HP and next 3 rounds 1 HP. Like that's kind of nuts.
yeah,
What
and
a world we live in.
its name is also not mushroom pizza, so it will stack with mushroom pizza.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It
That is
stacks with
true, it
mushroom
does
pizza.
stack.
See? Oh my god. That's crazy.
Jesus.
Cool stuff. Yeah, but nothing. I think overall, like I think we can agree, like outside of the necessary changes for, these characters, realistically, like Magic is here to stay and will continue to affect the meta until we get a big shift or they decide to, gut it. So.
Honestly,
think-
I'm okay with that change, considering that like you can have as many kind of I know like a set meta decks right now for the characters, but they seem to be more varied than previously. So there seems to be like 8 or 9 more than what we usually normally get to see all the time. So there's a lot of more variance to see. I think just having like the meta be convoluted around Magic, the Magic and the engines and like the support cards is just like on a viewing experience, especially on a tournament viewing experience, just a much better solution than what we see normally all the time, the same decks.
It would be really nice, because like of course we plug our channel, we do guides and stuff. I'll do the best to keep up with it this month. I'm a bit busy, but like it would really be nice for Hoyo to better highlight the importance of action cards, because now that they're so incredibly relevant, it's not just like, oh, I can pick characters and then I do this. You can now pick any character you want and do this, and it's really fun.
Yeah.
You now pick the engine first and then pick the characters.
Yeah. I was like when I was talking with the Asian Invitational commentators for Korea, like I was worried that they were gonna talk about like the meta becoming extremely stale. Like you usually say like back in the days where we had like that sentence and only Ben just showing up every single time. No, they were actually a lot more positive that like, okay, we're finally seeing more stuff. E-Girl showing up every single time is just kind of whatever.
How unfortunate overtuned card.
How unfortunate overtuned card just comes out, but like it wasn't much of a problem as like Kenki or like Ben used to be. So a lot of people were very positive about that. They were a little bit mad about like how most things are ending on a coin flip, but I think that's just relatively how it is usually in a card game like this. Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic, coin flips kind of mostly do, because coin flips does have like a massive factor into just vector conditions. That's fine.
Yeah.
You
And
you
a
can
lot less stall. A lot
You-
less stall.
like a little
I
tangent
mean-
here, but I think that if in Yu-Gi-Oh you get two pro players together, they toss a coin, they draw 5 cards. I think with that much information, they can tell if they are going to win or lose. Oh,
Yeah,
it-
probably.
It does have that moment where when you start the game you kind of know, unless some magical miracle happens.
But like,
But
it's a card
Is it
game, right?
probably-
It's inevitable to brick.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is it like a problem that like hoovers can actually solve? Because from the way I look at it, not really. Like there's not really much they can do to solve that thing.
yeah, it's innately TCG thingy.
Yeah. I think overall though, I mean, I'm pretty happy with how it is. I just hope they add more and more characters, you know, and you know, which are relevant. I want more Fontaine characters because Lyney, Lynette were at like, you know, I'm like, you know, Lyney and Lynette when they came out, just like these characters or whatever, and then they just start dominating. I'm like, whoa, okay, never mind.
Whoa.
And they also them introducing double tagging was definitely like absolutely insane. It really opens like they were so conservative with tags back then, but then they're like, you know what, screw it, give them all of them. So now that you can do so many more combinations. So like, you know, Fremine, when he comes out, he'll have a Vatubi tag as well. So like that's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe
freaking-
except he won't be able to use it because he's the freaking DPS, but whatever.
Lyney is a Pyro Bow Fontaine Numa Fatui character.
Dude, I'm never saying that. If I, cause like for like videos, I like introduce the character. I'm like, Thoma is a pole arm from a pyro pole arm from Inazuma. If I have to read 5 tags for a character, just get out.
Like half those tags don't matter, so
Yep.
it's fine.
Yep. Have those like one tag is for NPC fights only.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you're trying to min-max for NPC fights, you got a problem.
Yeah. But yeah, is there any, you know what, we'll do something fun because like, you know, once again they've kind of opened the door to possibilities and stuff like to end this off, you know, because I think we said our piece about the 4.3 and just future meta as a whole. Is there any action card mechanic or character that you really want them to add to the TCG? You can pick one of each, and we'll just kind of go down the line. Whoever wants to go first. I don't mind going first. You guys want to?
To add, huh?
Yeah, either a character card or mechanic or something you want like changed because you think it's too meta centralizing.
In tournament play, there is a global pool of 16 dice at the beginning of the roll phase, and then the players box each other to determine who gets first pick.
Yes,
for 8.
TCG boxing. Let's go.
Oh my god.
I will enter and I will win. Let's go. Anyone else? Otherwise, I think we'll probably call it here. It was a good stuff with how much stuff we had to cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
A character, like, you know, an action card mechanic that is not touched on, you know, stuff like that.
I think mechanics that touch on statuses are not yet like fully fleshed out, and effects that interact with character cards themselves do not exist at all, except for like state changes. I would love to see something really weird, like placing another character from beyond the game or whatever.
Yeah.
But by the way, day 1,800 and whatever of me asking to lower the stall time to 10 seconds instead of 20.
I mean, we can bring that up like really fast. Do you guys think they should decrease the default timer?
No, this was talked about last time too. I'm just reiterating, like I'm still asking for that.
Okay. So as much as you want that to happen, so in co-op, like when we play co-op and when we went in to backseat each other, like the timer was not enough to backseat. Because like we're just arguing for
we're
on
arguing for a
action
solid
Yeah, but
minute.
that's
Like,
a
no, it's zero
backseat
value, you
moment.
fool.
5 minutes for action. We're just arguing like which action is best for 5 minutes for action.
At least on a tournament rules.
I think
Yeah.
I think it
Cool.
would be always
Like, but
nice.
then you have to separate.
No, but like,
oh yeah,
yeah, you have to
this
make a
is
separate
timer for
client.
tournament. This is timer for like when you play for fun.
I think
Yeah, because like I think this was brought up last time, but GITCG is inherently a casual game, and so it's optimized to be like enjoyed by a casual player, and a casual player is not very smart, and they need their time to think. Or maybe a casual player just goes with gut feeling and doesn't think at all, and this doesn't matter.
You know, another way to fix that is just make a ranked or make a
make the ranked ladder already. Literally.
Actually, make a ranked ladder, and like I think everything just gets infinite. Like
I would have so much incentive
you could
to play
like
harder,
rise up.
dude.
Oh right,
like every patch, make a patchly rank cycled, and like Primos is a little too much for.
I mean, it's called
a little bit of Primos,
gathering.
a little bit of Primos on a rank. So that makes a lot of people actually move towards the GITCG.
Nah, but like the people who don't play TCG are gonna complain.
No, they can cry.
That's their fault for not playing, bro.
Fault for not playing. They can.
You know what? I'm down.
They can learn that this. Here's the thing. The biggest thing for anyone who complains about the TCG is because they're not willing to try it.
Another thing is that, like, right. Here's the thing, right? Like, they're like one of the biggest things about people complaining about Genshin Impact is like Genshin Impact doesn't give a lot of Primos or like the currencies, right? However, they also at the same time want every single thing that is given to them be rewarded with Primo Gems. So at this point, you just make so many different avenues that people, it just gives people like which kind of route ways you want to take. And if you want to be that try hard to get all the things, we just make it so it's possible. Yeah. And honestly, making GITCG a rank thing and then be in higher ranks getting higher Primo Gems is worth it because every single cards in this GITCG is accessible as long as you keep playing.
And it's also the game.
Honestly, yeah.
I mean, isn't that just cat gathering? Like,
I feel like I guess there is the cat cell. We gotta go play 30 games. That's and like the course of a week.
If GITCG had some pay to win format, then this would not work. Nope. But this is not the case. The game's fucking free, accessible, and like you just gotta put your time on it. Just put your time on it. That's it. That's all.
I think what's it called? Maybe not necessarily rewards for the top placers, but a flat like 20 Primo Gem reward for like playing like what? Like once a week, like that's pretty nice.
or just get Primo Gems for every time you climb a rank.
Or
yeah, and it resets every patch.
I think if they were to do that, the best way to do it would probably be like a flat win / like elo bracket where as long as you pass that, you get your reward for the season.
Yeah. Even if your elo goes down on the loss and come back up, like you don't recycle get it, but like at least you reach that threshold, right? The game just kind of records what your highest elo was, and they give you the Primos based on that.
Yeah,
because like the game is meant to be casual, right? I feel like if they were to do it, it'd make more sense to just give it based off win accumulation. Like get 20 wins, you get this amount, and then next patch you get 20 wins, you get the same amount, like and it repeats. It'd be like an abyss or something.
Yeah, and it will allow more people to play GITCG, and we get more people to show up. Like here's the thing. Bottom line, it is kind of stagnated because there's not much benefits to the game from actually playing GITCG, except for the people who has been playing for a while.
Yeah, like you have to go to the tournaments, or you like don't get anything basically.
Put a carrot and a stick on it. Make a fucking rank cycle. I don't think it's not gonna hurt the casual. It's not gonna hurt the casual scene in any way.
You could even like at least let us keep the badges from Arena of Champions. Like these cool little badges you get for beating 5 wins. Like that's cool, and you don't get to keep it.
Yeah, it's only there for 15 days, and we've had some cards who just went for crowning every single character.
There's literally actual psychos. Like, and there's 3 to 4 characters, now per patch. Like, and it's like, let me do it again every 15 days. I'm like, are you insane? Literally,
honestly, it's a fun challenge.
It is a fun challenge, but it's gonna be exponentially harder every time.
And we see on the comments right here is like, and if you get into a certain rank on that patch, like we get card backs on it. Like do you know how Rainbow Six Siege does their season rewards?
Oh, card backs. I'd be
Every-
so
every
down for card backs.
Every season they have a whole like accessory which gives you like depending on like changes color depending on what rank you are. So every patch there is a specific card back theme, but then you get like a different kind of like a card like a color indent depending on which rank you ended up in.
Yeah, I think like League does
that
this
sound
too.
like
You get gold, you get a
Cattail.
skin.
Yeah.
That sounds like Cattail Gathering. But the thing is, like, okay, with GITCG, the card back, like at first when I first got like the golden card back, it looked cool. But then now, like, the more we have it, the more I feel less like I don't know.
No,
Because it's a
I think the
prestigious
gold- I
thing.
think we don't mean we don't mean to decentralize. I think the gold card back could stay for the best of the best, but like I think not having as many like just like normal card backs that are obtainable. You know, like these are literally only attainable for CCG and nowhere else. So
yeah, you know what? Just have like a patch number on it or something.
Yeah.
And like I'd probably still grind for it.
Yep.
Because it gives you the sense of prestige, right? It's not supposed to be like everyone should be able to have it. No, it's supposed to be something you bump you over. Like give you that the threat, the mental threat it imposes upon your opponent.
Yeah. No, and that's true. Like whenever you see someone roll up with this card back, like even this one, it's just like, oh, they play tournaments. Oh,
I mean, I'm not scared of any card back.
Are you sure about
except
that?
the gold ones. Yes, like I don't fear no man
I
because
fear
every
no
man is a coper.
Yeah.
I fear no man because every man is a coper, but like the ones with gold cope less.
Do you know what would be more threatening for me? Like in my personal experience, it's like if we had like a custom card back, and if I see a card back and it has Ark's face on it, I'm like, yeah, I'm out. Get me the hell out of this match.
It would never happen. But you remember custom Mario Kart emblems that you could draw on your cart, and then you could do it. Oh, they would never do it, but it'd be so funny.
Like I guarantee you, if they introduce custom card backs, people would be doing
everything
pillars.
I would do.
They'd be doing your classic pillar.
Dude, I just would be scared. Like, dude, you know how like I've always been scared about Ark's brain and his method of creating decks. If I see that card back and I see Ark's profile image, I'm gonna like walk the other way. I'm gonna stand up and just get to the X. I'm like, I'm done for tonight, dog.
I don't know. I feel like they could do. I don't know if they made enough like little 2D assets. I think you could actually probably realistically make a nice custom card back maker in this game if they felt like doing it. Because there's so many extra like 2D assets and stickers that exist. Like in the inventory. If I just open it up, right? If I just go here.
Yeah, just
right.
Chat.
That's haunting.
Chat.
That's haunting. Anyway.
Sus.
No, listen. Well, like there's all these like cute little things. Could you imagine if you could like put this on the back of a card? That'd be cute. There's a lot of things you can do.
There's a lot of things. Anyways, this has gone long enough.
Yeah, this has gone on long enough. Anyway, like we love this game. It's
downhill or
be quite coming.
I get the goods from A to B.
Bro,
like imagine rocking up to a streamer and you're just like puts down the kaching main stack.
Streamer code.
Streamer code, no way.
Streamer code.
Get the hell out of here. We're gone. We're done.
Oh wait, could you imagine they add streamer code?
God, no, not in this current predicament. No.
No, like imagine.
TQB says Chi-Chi fallen card back based.
Chi-Chi fallen card. I would.
I would love that, and they're gonna be.
You
know what they're gonna be? They're gonna be the motherfucker who plays Chi-Chi into Signora into Electro Cube Infinity Revive.
No.
I'm pretty sure it's Chi-Chi Abyss Lecture.
That's fair, but Abyss Lecture sucks.
Yeah, I think that's the standard Dormammu deck.
No, but like consider the following. There's Cryo Hypostasis.
Yeah, consider Cryo Hypostasis.
Right,
but like you really do need Chi-Chi for the revive though.
Yes, you do. Okay, yeah. But
and I think going Rainbow is fine.
Yeah, no, Rainbow is fine because we have Gilded now. Let's go. I love Gilded. I'm just kidding. I hate Gilded. No, you know what? I have a love-hate relationship with Gilded. How about that?
Oh no, we love Magic.
If I lose to Gilded, I'll complain about it. If I win with Gilded, I'll laugh.
Stockholm Syndrome at its finest.
Yes, but anyways, that is the end of this. Any other things you guys want to joke about before we log off for the day?
Like, comment, and subscribe.
True. Like, comment, and subscribe. I will do my best to keep up with the guides, even though it's a break, and I really
Trust
want
me,
a break.
I'd love
please.
to joke more, but I forgot to water the plants for my auntie today.
No, you need to water the plants.
Enjoy the lunar year celebrations and
Yes,
everything.
yes,
Because
indeed. Yeah, the end of I think the end of Lantern Rite is today, right? Let's find out.
well, it should be going on a little longer.
Or no, the
Way
what's it
longer.
called? The quest mode. I think the quest ended today. So
Oh wait, really?
Oh yeah, the
I
final
thought
part of the quest story.
yeah, they
Yeah.
launched it specifically on the date, so you know it could line up.
Oh! You mean the quest start? Oh, okay. I thought you mean the event ended.
No,
you guys
if
gave
the
me
event ended, I'd be
Alright.
screaming. I'd be like, no.
You guys gave me a fright. Holy
Mhm.
Christ!
What do I consider the following?
Jesus.
I have to use some
Hmm.
crystals.
Wow, you're broker than me.
Yeah, I am. Fuck it.
Oh damn.
Right, when you start
Oh,
with
we
Thoma,
ball.
man,
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
give me
Oh.
gumming.
Did you
Gamer!
know?
Let's go.
Oh.
Let's fucking go.
Did
Easy
you
clap.
know that during my very last pull on Genuine Banner, I had exactly like 60 something primos afterwards. With my last single pull, I pulled a C6 Farazan.
Yeah, you told me about that.
This
I
is
was
why
there
we
for it,
never
actually,
get
yeah.
punished.
Never
Alright.
punished, true.
Never
Okay.
punished.
Okay,
I'm
it's
gonna
time to
leave
wrap it up.
soon.
It's time to wrap it up. All right, thank you all for watching.
Alright,
Like and subscribe
bingo.
for more content, and we'll see you guys next time. Thank you to everyone for joining us.
Bro fist.
Bro.
thank you.
What YouTuber even does that? Man?
PewDiePie does that.